So they say Nigel Sylvester is Michael Jordan's new favorite son, a title which used to be held by Travis Scott, but I ain't even gonna lie, after that new Jack Boys 2 album, which features more skips than hits, it seems like Nigel, he's kind of taking the crown right now, which he's got a huge release set for 2026, which has just leaked. So we're going to take a look at that here shortly, as well as some brand new Jordan Brand 2026 leaks. But first, we do have this sample which popped up of the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4 Brick by Bricks, a sneaker which has made a whole bunch of noise this year. Many people would even give it the crown of sneaker of the year. So as you take a look at the samples, while they do differ from the finished product, they still feature that signature bike air on the back, which is iconic. But as far as the shade of red, definitely differs from the finished product which we saw here. So here's a little clip showcasing the sneakers, which I ain't gonna lie, they're all right and everything, but I feel like Nike, Jordan Brand, they definitely made the right decision with the finished product. As you guys see here, it just doesn't really compare when you take a look at these samples, which are kind of giving off like almost like fugazi, bootleg, flea market type of vibe. So these went crazy. A lot of people call these the sneaker of the year. These made a whole bunch of noise, but as far as Nigel's latest upcoming drop, seems like this one kind of has a different story. So we're looking at the Nitro One Low, a sneaker which you've probably seen plenty of times by now. As far as the big criticism, as you guys see, these come with the pre-scuffed details, which do play into Nigel's whole BMX background and everything, but it just kind of feels like the whole sneaker scene is tired of the pre-aged look. They're tired of the vintage aged sole, and this one kind of has mixed reviews so far, but you can already guess by the time these drop, people are definitely going to kind of switch up, flip-flop that story. Now, as far as 2026, we can look forward to the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4 Sail Cinnabar, expected to release summer of 2026. Now, this is a pair which we've seen floating around. I guess there was some type of little promo runway look where we got to see these, which at the time people were calling these the Nigel Fire Red 4s, and we thought they were going to drop this year, but apparently not exactly Fire Red 4s, but more so, I guess you could say, a play off that classic iconic Jordan 4 colorway. But we have infused the Sail Cinnabar color, which I guess is going to kind of set these apart, you know, from what we've seen in the past when it comes to the Fire Red 4s. They do feature that little mini Nike swoosh right there in the toe box, as well as the bike air signature on the back. So these should be cool, a big look for people to look forward to. Coming off these Jordan 1 Lows, you could say that this is going to be a lot more hype, you know, based off just the early reception. So this should be a big one to look forward to in 2026 as Nigel Sylvester continues to bring the hype releases. Now, we're not done just yet with 2026 releases. I do want to go through these pairs which we've seen recently leak through Z Sneakerheads and Sneaker File. So as well, expected to drop coming up next summer, we got the Jordan 1 Low Sail. Now, this one is based off the Jordan 1 High Sail, which we originally saw drop all the way back in 2017. So kind of one of these more underrated, fan favorite Jordan 1 highs. This was a release which a lot of people said was under the radar and had some like really great quality material. So as far as the low top version, I'm not mad at these. These joints are clean, real simple, easy to wear. But for everybody looking for these to feature the same type of quality leather that we saw from that 2017 release, don't count on it. But it doesn't take anything away from this being a good, clean summertime drop. So perfect time to drop these in the summertime. A lot of people will be able to get these off, easy to wear. You guys already know. Now this next pair, we got the Mother's Day Jordan 11 Low. Now, no disrespect to all the mothers, but if you see a chick rocking these, bro, like just stay far away from these right here. These are nasty, bro, like especially with the little dangling medallion chain thing right here. 11s, while in the past were regarded as like one of the greatest Jordans, I feel like nowadays haven't really, I guess you could say, aged as well. Bread 11s are cool and all that, but as far as these like new updated colors, this gold trim along the patent leather, nah, these joints ain't it. Let's go ahead and keep things moving. Now, we also have the Jordan 1 High Flight Club, expected to release next summer as well, which apparently will feature a denim upper. That's interesting. Y'all went crazy for the Levi's collab, which just dropped. So are y'all going to be going crazy for these ones? They also feature a reflective hits throughout, special box and packaging, as well as gum soles. So not only do they got the denim upper, a gum sole, a design detail element, which a lot of sneakerheads usually used to love, but I would say as far as these Flight Club joints, oh man, I guess we'll just have to wait to reserve judgment on these. Now, the Flight Club is apparently some old like club that you could like mail in to Jordan Brand back in like the late 80s, early 90s, back when they were doing all these kind of, you know, club packaging deals, whatever you want to call them. We already know that there's a Jordan 4 Flight Club set to leak, set to drop next year. It looks like there's going to be a pair of ones, so we'll see what other Jordan retros will be a part of this kind of Flight Club special release. I kind of would compare it maybe to something like the Rare Airs this year, where we got the 1s, 3s, 4s, 11s. So let's see what we got coming to the table when it comes to these Flight Club releases. But as far as the Jordan 1, I see this as being a tough sell just due to the fact that Jordan 1s aren't as popular as they once were. And we got to kind of see what these look like, I guess, before we reserve judgment. But I'm guessing this is probably one that's going to go on sale. But hey, it's not until 2026, so we'll just wait on it. And then lastly, the release, which I'm probably most excited about. I got to be real, y'all. Like, so far, with all the pairs that we've seen so far, a lot of these are kind of underwhelming, like nothing to really get too excited about. But this one is interesting. So apparently we got the Free the Youth Jordan 16 SP drop in. Now, Free the Youth, after looking them up, is a collective of young creatives determined to empower Ghana, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and all African youth to connect to art scenes around the world. So that's dope. So it's going to be a collaboration here as you take a look at their website. It's kind of showcasing. It's just another kind of like streetwear brand, but with a cool backstory, as well as some really dope, vibrant colors. So this should be an interesting one, man. It's going to take the Jordan 16 into a whole nother element. But as far as the 16, which features that removable layer on here, which I would say the 16 I've never been really in love with. I mean, you got the bread 16s, which are iconic, but as far as these ones, I'm interested to see what they're all about. But yeah, this one's gonna be weird, man. Z Sneakerheads does say coming in this color blocking, so I don't know about these ones, man, but I'm just happy to see Jordan Brand finally, you know, getting into that bag. 15 and up. The 1 through 14 has been kind of played out for so many years. They're kind of dabbling into the 17. We know the 15s are coming back, so 16s, 18s are supposed to be back as well. But rather than hitting us with a collab, like, I know they got to start things off with an OG just to kind of get the people rocking. And then y'all can come with this collab. So be on the lookout for these. These are just some Jordan Brand 2026 leaks, which I wanted to touch on. I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I'm not too impressed by what we see so far. But we know people are going to go nuts for these Nigels when they drop. And then I'm optimistic to see what the finished product looks like for these 16s right here. So just running through these releases real quick. I would love to get y'all feedback in the comment. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of these pairs, or are you kind of just as underwhelmed as I am. So drop your feedback. JATV checking in with y'all real quick. If you enjoyed today's update, smash the like button. I'll be back with y'all soon. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.